everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Hollywood After Dark. A little quickie here. So we're in a weird space right now when it comes to Hollywood, when it comes to adaptations, when it comes to updated representation. And I am, of course, very much air quoting that we've had a lot going on recently with certain companies making some choices. Okay, obviously, there was that big announcement over who's going to be playing Snape in the upcoming Harry Potter television show. I haven't given my full take on that one yet. I was debating on going live or debating on doing a video on that. I probably will do a video on that because it's a dumb idea, to be fair. All right. Well, they're inviting so much controversy for that show that it has the potentiality of ruining it before it gets off the ground, which is never something that you want. However, what we're seeing on the other side of that is maybe a reaction to that, because news is coming out today that a leaked Amazon memo promises that Bond, James Bond, Mr. Shaken Not Stirred himself, will remain British and male, which basically means white and male. Let's be fair about that one. This is something that a lot of people have been asking about. They've been talking about, they've been wondering about. What is Amazon going to do now that they have control over the James Bond franchise? Well, I don't think they're going to be diving into anything too controversial, anything that's going to push away from the main primary core demographic that is going to be watching and engaging with whatever 007 James Bond MI6 universe that's going to come out of this. Because make no mistake, we're getting movies, we're getting TV shows, we're going to be getting graphic novel spinoffs, probably going to be getting defunct video games that are canceled before they ever come to the to consoles, outside of the IOI James Bond game that they've been working on for a number of years now. And whether or not they're going to wait for casting of the next James Bond before that game, I don't even know when that game's coming out. No one knows when that game's coming out. But here's what we do know. According to this article here at Joe Blow, okay, the reports coming in for MovieWeb, this is what they're saying here, is they're saying, this is from like a leaked memo, that there have been so many erroneous rumors about the future of Bond. Amazon is committed to keeping the spirit of Bond alive, and that means he has to be British or from the Commonwealth, and he has to be male. So, yeah, they want to keep James Bond what we know as what James Bond would be. All right, the white British male, because that's if you do James Bond as anything other than that, you're going to see the same kind of backlash, if not worse, than what happened when No Time to Die announced that Loretta Lynch was going to be taking on the moniker of 007 after James Bond had retired. And a lot of people out there, a lot of the chuds, the chuddy chuds, the people out there that have no critical thinking skills of their own, freaked out. And they're like, whoa, wait a minute. We don't want Jane Bond. We don't want a black woman James Bond. No. It's the character. It's the moniker, right? It's like, it's like when a person retires a basketball team, they give the number to another player. I guess you could say, unless that player is Michael Jordan, number 23 from the Chicago Bulls. And I think they retired the number as a result of that. But, and one could make the general argument that James Bond, in regards to his work and his actions performed in the duty of and the service of, the great British Empire, you know what I mean? That maybe he was so prolific as an MI6 undercover operative that he went by the moniker of 007, and there's no other 007s after that. He's the only one. He was just too good. They can't do another one. Everyone knows that it's 007. This is also a situation where, again, it doesn't even really matter. But the idea of Ian Fleming's James Bond, right? That character is going to be something that a lot of people are going to hold on to one way or another. You can fill the world with anyone you want, any new character you want. But when you start effing with canon, when you start effing with that kind of stuff, it really does start to impact negatively how people view the franchises. And let me explain. Okay, so like while Bond himself has been around as a character for several decades, over 50 years, I think 60 years now. And the character has been in 25 movies, a litany of books, a litany of video games, right? Various forms of media. He's always been represented as one way. And if they go to change that, it's going to look like they're trying to play into certain people's ideals, that they're trying to appease a certain demographic, a demographic that is never 100% appeasable, and a demographic that will never, ever, 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 ever think that enough is enough, right? They just, the far left in the ways that they act is sometimes so egregiously crazy that you simply cannot have any conversation with them. And I say this as a person who is politically left-leaning and very much a liberal and very much a progressive and all that stuff, okay? But the more conversations I have with people that are also on the left about things like this, and it comes up quite often in my job, the response is always the same. Why mess with something that's already pre-existing? If you want something different, create something different. And that is something where a lot of people are going to start pushing back on. And it's why I think that this particular leaked memo has a lot to do with what's going on with the Harry Potter stuff. Because the Harry Potter fans already don't like J.K. Rowling for the transphobia stuff. And if they think that she's pandering to them over the casting of Snape, they're going to hate that too. Because remember, they're never happy. They can never be happy. People whose identities are based on their own politics are never happy regardless. But what I mean by that is we're in this particular space now where people have to feel a certain way all the time, right? Either they're aggrieved or they're victimized or whatever. We live in that world now where everyone just has to do that on the internet. But when it comes to creating this kind of content, you can still achieve the goals of diversity, inclusion, and equity while still maintaining and adhering to what originally created this particular character, this world, and what made it popular. Because at the end of the day, this is the key takeaway. If you're mad at me for what I've said, fine. But if you want to have the key takeaway for all of this is that you are, if you like something, right? If you like a book or a movie or a show or a game or whatever, you are the ambassador of that particular fandom. And you are the one who is going to be getting other people to go and check it out. You are the one that's going to be doing that. And so if something is originated and you like the way that it is originally, and then you want to get other people to check it out, you're probably not going to be too happy if they start changing everything for the sake of changing everything. All right. When you try to make everyone happy, you make no one happy. And that at the end of the day is what this whole thing is about. James Bond, the MGM now, is going to play this as safe as humanly possible. So he's going to be white, and he's going to be male, and he's going to be British, and you're going to have to deal with it. But everything else is going to probably be up for grabs. We could see a black transgender Q. We could see, an otherkin Tumblrite Moneypenny, right? Moneypenny can have an OnlyFans page for all we know. That's why she got the name Moneypenny, because she gets that money and she shows her penny. I don't know. Anything could change, but the Bond thing, that's largely got to stay the same. Anyway, your thoughts, your opinions, let me know. Do me a solid, head on over to Podio Commentary and check out any of the stuff I have over there. I've been posting new content all the time. Just dropped the Black Christmas episodes. All 3 of those are out now if you want to hear me talk about the Black Christmas movies. And we got the Sleepaway Camp films coming this week. I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you again, and peace out.